For Georgia Now News, I'm Jenna Eason. Among the great wonders of the world, like the Grand Canyon and Yellowstone National Park, now sits Georgia's Okefenokee National Wildlife Refuge on the UNESCO World Heritage List. Commonly known as the Okefenokee Swamp, the place prides itself on being one of the most intact wetland ecosystems left on the planet, with more than 1,270 species of plants and animals. The UNESCO World Heritage List is a collection of the world's most treasured natural and cultural sites, and after more than 4 decades of advocacy, the Okefenokee made the cut. Josh Howard is the operations manager for the guided tour company Okefenokee Adventures in Folkston. He says he started coming to the swamp nearly 50 years ago with his grandfather. He says the UNESCO designation puts the swamp on the world stage.
I've always known that this place is iconic, and now I think when we get this status, it shows the world and shows the broader United States that there is a special place right there in Southeast Georgia that you need to come and see.
A study from the Conservation Fund found that annual visitation of the swamp could double to 1.6 million people by 2035. Although the designation does not bring with it legal protections, Georgia Sierra Club director Adrian Weber says it raises the stakes in protecting the swamp's future.
What's next for the Okefenokee? Are we going to continue to protect the remaining acreage, or are we going to just kind of hope for the best and hope that nothing happens to it? And, the last time that happened, we ended up getting a potential mine, and luckily it was stopped.
A major conservation victory was won last year by the Conservation Fund, which purchased an 8,000-acre mining site from Twin Pines Minerals. However, the state legislature still has not passed the Okefenokee Protection Act, which would ban mining on the swamp's eastern boundary. A new poll from AARP finds that older Georgia voters are highly motivated to vote this November, with their top concerns being affordability of everyday items, health care, and protecting Social Security. Adrian Bell, the Associate State Director of AARP Georgia, said the issues remain constant across party lines.
Affordability, the cost of groceries, the cost of health care, cost of housing, cost of gasoline, that is all among the top concerns and issues that we feel may drive this election.
While only 62% of voters under 50 rated themselves as a 10 out of 10 in motivation to vote, 88% of voters over 50 expressed the high motivation. Republicans lead in the polls among older voters in Georgia's top races, with 53% support for Republican Mike Collins for the Senate race. However, overall, Democratic candidates led in voter preferences in the Senate and governor's races. Bell says concerns over Social Security have remained high across elections.
48% of the 50-plus voters say they rely on Social Security as a major source of income. But then that figure jumps to more than 65% of those voters who are 65 and older.
The poll also found that 75% of older voters worry that data centers will cause their utility bills to go up, and 85% said policymakers shouldn't let that happen. Older voters in Georgia are a decisive block of the electorate, with 1 in 8 voters over 50 being swing voters. The Georgia Recorder reports that Georgia Power broke ground on a major natural gas expansion at Plant Bowen despite air pollution concerns. Environmental groups warn that the expansion will hurt air quality in the Atlanta region, which is already struggling with ozone pollution. The expansion is part of a plan to increase Georgia Power's electric generation capacity by 10,000 megawatts to accommodate predicted data centers. During a groundbreaking event last week, state and federal officials related the expansion to energy reliability and a stronger economy. GPB News reports that Georgia Public Libraries now provide free access to Google Career certifications through the Grow with Google program. Georgians with a library card can now earn professional certifications in different areas, including AI support, cybersecurity, project management, and data analytics. Angela Stanley is the state librarian and vice chancellor of public libraries for Georgia. She says they are excited about the partnership.
We really feel like these tools, whether it's addressing artificial intelligence or user experience design or cybersecurity, really put the information in the hands of the people who need it most.
Stanley says 4,400 people have applied for the program, more than 2,500 have enrolled, and 900 courses have been completed. That's what's happening in Georgia now. For news anytime, check out our website at heargeorgianow.com. You can also download our app from the App Store or the Google Play Store. And to stay up to date on our content across all our platforms, follow us on Instagram at Hear Georgia Now and Facebook at Georgia Now. I'm Jenna Eason.